Hello.
Hey, hi friends.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, shall we start now?
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Prince Kumar and I have a 5 year experience as a Java developer. Currently, I'm working in Birla Soft and I'm looking for the better opportunity. And I have a primary skill set like Java, Spring Boot, microservices. And apart from this, like I have a cloud certifications of the AWS. So almost all the services I know. And I have exposure in the React side. So I know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, how to integrate with the REST API and Spring Boot combinations, microservice architectures, I know. And then after in the database side, like I know MySQL, MongoDB, Oracle, those database, I worked on that. Apart from this JPA, JDBC template, those I have idea. And I worked on like as of now three company, and in the three company I worked on one of the project like banking sectors, and then after I worked in one of the company into the tools, like it's a product based company, so data warehouse tools I worked on that. And then after one of the company like hospital related, so those company also I worked for the hospital related work. So those are the hospital project. Yeah, that's all about me.
Okay. What are the lambda expressions? Why are the why are they useful?
Okay. So lambda expressions basically in Java they have provided to provide the implementations of the function interface. So whenever we have a function interface and if you want to provide the implementations of that interface, so previously we are creating a new class, new classes, and we are extending those particular, we are implementing those interface, and we are providing the implementations of that abstract method. So in that case, we are creating a multiple classes, and because of that, it's creating the new dot class files also. So to reduce those particular complexity, they have decided to let us come up with the functional programming to achieve with the help of the lambda expressions, so that we can easily implement any function interface with the lambda expressions as like a method. So those are the benefits we have, like it will concise the code, it will not create a unnecessary classes, dot class files, or it will improve the performance as well, because it will behave as a functions. So those are the benefits we have to use the lambda expressions.
Okay. How do you create a custom exceptions?
Custom exceptions basically like whenever we are creating any exceptions, so we are extending the runtime exceptions class, and then after we are providing a methods or constructors and custom methods, like if you want to print some message or you have to explore print stacks. So and also we are providing some constructor to, like whenever they are throwing some of the message by a constructor, so that we can accept it and we can move to our parent classes. So for that we are like how we are going to create the uh, custom exception classes.
Okay. What is the purpose of synchronize?
Synchronize basically it's one of the keywords in Java. With the help of the synchronize, we can protect our particular methods, variables, or block to only one threads can access those particular block or those methods or those particular variables at the same times. So if you are working with the multi-thread environment, and you know, like you are handling with the multiple threads, multiple data can go and execute those particular methods or block, and you don't want to allow it because of data inconsistency, then definitely you can make those particular block or method as a synchronized, so that only one thread can go and do those changes. So for that, it's a very beneficial for us.
Okay. I will give you one coding question.
Okay.
Please solve it.
So what I have to do here?
Find the average salary of the year. Employees
Find the average salary of.
of all employees.
Okay. So average salary I have to find out. Okay. So can I share my screen? I have to write the code as well.
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Okay. So let me create one class. Uh, Test interview code and main methods. And I have other classes which is employee. I need to generate getter setter as well. Okay. So what I will do is create a constructors. Okay. Let me first format it. Then I will create getter setter and constructors. Okay, so I have already employee. So let's keep the name employee 2. This is also employee 2. And here also I will say employee 2, employee 2, employee 2, employee 2. Employee 2. And then after I will generate the getter setter quickly. So source
Yeah.
getter setter select all, generate it. I need constructor. So source generate using the field, generate it. I need one more two strings, generate it. One more default constructors I will generate it. So using the super classes. So those are the required things I need. Then after I will import. So my employee class 2 will be ready. Getter setter I have generated and to string also I have given. Then after I have to find out the average salary. So what I will do is like I have a employee. So in that case, employees dot stream dot um, what I can do is like I can find out the maximum salary. So map to doubles. So I can do map to double, and here I can find out like each employee to having a get salary. Those I will find out the average and not any match average dot or else null, otherwise 0.0, and I will store it and then I will print it or else. So this is the average details which we need. I have printed. Hello. Hello. You are not audible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's done.
If you done,
Yes, yes.
okay. Run it.
Yeah, this is the output. I run it.
Okay. Can you explain this?
Yeah, so basically, like this is the employee class which you have given me. ID, name, department, salary, having this employee class. So I have created the getter and setter, and one constructor to initialize the value, and two string for the printing the data, and also for the default constructor if it is required. And then after, like you have already given me these details like area.address, and this is the list of the employee I have. And from that employee, I have to find out the employee, which is average salary of all employee. So what I did is like on the employee, I have stream it, and I have converted the map to double each streams data which is salary, and I have converted into the doubles streams, and then after I have put it inside this. I have find out the average. So I have collected all salary, and then after I find out the average, and after average I am checking like if it is something else. If it is not a correct average, something else, then it will print 0.0, and I have printed it here.
Okay. Okay. Good. How do you REST API in Spring Boot?
Sorry,
How do you REST API in Spring Boot?
how do I test REST API? So
Okay.
for testing the REST API, basically we are using the Postman. And what are the REST API we have? I can go with that endpoints, and what is the request I need to give, request body, and then after if it is required any headers, data, or maybe any JWT tokens. So those we are providing it, and through that we are testing. And other is like Swagger we have. So we have to integrate in our application Swagger, and through the Swagger also we can test it easily, like my application is working properly or not endpoint. After that, we have a separate QA team, so they are also written some automation testing. So through that also we are doing.
Okay. How do you set up a configure server or factorized configure?
Okay, centralized server.
Configure.
Okay, so for centralizing configurations, what we are doing is like in the microservices, we have created one config servers, and the config servers having a multiple environment config files, and in that config files we have mentioned each and every details which is need to configure for our applications, as like a application.properties files. Those details we have put it inside this, and dynamically whenever services we required, so we are loading those particular servers and we are using it based on the active environment.
Okay. What is the gateway in microservices? How does a Spring Cloud Gateway work?
Sorry.
What is the gateway in microservice?
Okay,
How
API.
does a Spring Cloud Gateway work?
Yeah, so if I talk about API gateways, so API gateway is single entry point which is providing. It's acting as a single entry point, which helping us to make it each and every entry centralized entry point to the access all those other microservices. So for example, we have a 20 microservices, and we want to make it one single entry point. So for that, each and every user have requested something, so it will go through the API, and then only it will communicate with our particular microservices, and it will interact, and it will send the response back to the our clients. So in the API gateway, we can manage the load balancers, we can manage the rate meetings, we can manage the security configurations. So those kind of the activity we can do inside the API gateway itself.
Okay. How do you handle API version in REST API?
API versioning, like we are maintaining one documentations. So whenever we are doing any modifications or upgrading something into our API, we are maintaining the version at the rate v1, v2, v3 with the REST API endpoint itself, and we are documenting also. So like that, we are maintaining the versioning.
Okay. I have done from my side. Do you have any questions?
Questions I don't have, but yeah, I don't have any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.